It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Brandon Gaum alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis and CD. In a few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Dak going to start out going to the air. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for Thielen in that game last week: 6 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They run it again with Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Prescott now from the 50. Uncorks one for Davis. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season, and that's Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, he's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Seahawksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
It hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back and... But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Oh, he bowls over it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higby. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now they're facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That's Crosby coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Max Crosby is really starting to get his due around the league as one of the best young pass rushers in the game. 25 sacks in his first 3 seasons.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? These teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Here's Hardman to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This is taken in by McBride. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Schemes going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw again is Wilson. He's got McBride here over the middle. And it's throwing complete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Crowder now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We start with a classic battle in the NFC. Chicago, heading out to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Football Giants. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Emmanuel Sanders, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I really look at my play sheet and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Prescott. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down the ground. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Prescott's throw here into the hands of Jones. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for him today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp-Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one.
Side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it, but really...
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far.